Hey guys! We made it! Our last video of the year. Wow, I want to thank you guys for tuning in every day. I know it's been tough, but we made it. It's Friday. It's our last video lesson, last review, last assignment. It's all good. So now, a couple things. Obviously, Monday's a holiday, so enjoy a nice long weekend. I hope you guys are safe and have a good time. Also, next week, we're not doing any videos, but I am still going to be available to meet online if you need to and go over anything that you're having a hard time on. I'll probably have a couple of scheduled times next week that I'll be on, probably for like, half an hour here, half an hour there. Or if you want to just contact me and then we could just set up a one-on-one time, that's fine as well, and then invite anybody else who would like to join. So just because it's the last video does not mean I'm not going to be available. Also, you can always email me, shoot me a text on our school website, which we can do, like a little chat feature. You can do that. So I will be still working and still available all next week for you guys if you have questions about turning stuff in. Probably on Tuesday, I'm going to try to type up a sheet that lists every assignment that needs to be turned in. Obviously, you can check that out on SIS, on the gradebook. Make sure that you get that stuff turned in, guys. I need to get these grades in by next week. I believe Thursday is the last possible day to send in any assignments to me. Grades have to be in by Friday. So that's next Thursday, a week from today. So it all has to get done and turned in. All right, so today we are just going to review the last worksheet that I gave you yesterday, your last assignment. There were just 5 questions on multi-step equations. So let's get right into it. So here they are. And like I said, they were a little tough. So let's write these out. Turn this sideways probably, write these out. So number 1, 39 equals 2x minus 5. And then in parentheses, I have negative 3x plus 16. All right. So first things first, distribution. Remember what I said in yesterday's video. This negative sign goes with the 5. So when we do distribution, negative 5 times negative 3x is 15, positive 15x. I'll put a positive sign there. And then negative 5 times 16 is negative 80. And then the rest I can bring down, 2x and the 39, because I didn't use those. All right, so now I'm here. I can combine like terms. So housekeeping step number 2 here. 2x and 15x is 17x. Minus 80 equals 39. Now I have a 2-step equation. So once I get to there, we're pretty much home free, right? So let's go ahead and solve it. I need to add 80 to get rid of it. That's my add subtract part. So it's a big number, but who cares? We can handle it. So plus 80, that cancels out. I do plus 80 over here. And that is 119 equals 17x. Now I just divide by 17. And hopefully this comes out even. Let's see if it does. 119 divided by 17 is 7. So x equals 7. All right? Not too bad. Tedious. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the school year, sometimes solving an algebra problem takes many steps, but each step individually is simple. So don't get freaked out by like, oh my God, this is a huge problem. How am I going to do this? One step at a time. Makes it very, very simple. Let's go on to the next one. 198 equals negative 4x plus 2 times negative 6x plus 3. All right? Distribution. Positive 2 this time times negative 6x, negative 12x. 2 times 3 is positive 6. I can bring the other stuff down because I didn't use it. And now I'm here. Step 2, combine like terms. Negative 4 minus 12 more is negative 16x. Plus 6 equals 198. Now I'm at two-step. There was my two-step equation. So I had two housekeeping steps to do. I got my two-step, solve it easy. So get rid of the add subtract part first, minus 6 over here. So I'm left with 192 equals negative 16x. Bust out the trusty calculator. 192 divided by negative 16 is negative 12. Oops, negative 12. Okay, same kind of problem as number 1. Number 3, 6x minus 2 times 3, negative 3. Negative 3x minus 5 equals $1.54. All right? Distribution first. Always distribution first. Or an exponent first, actually, but we don't have any exponents, so we can just do the distribution. Negative 2 times negative 3x is positive 6x. I'll put the positive sign there. And then negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. I can bring down the 6x. I haven't used it. And then this 154. Now we can combine like terms. 6 and 6 is 12. 12x plus 10 equals 154. Here's my two-step. Easy from here. Add subtract part first. Minus 10 cancels. Minus 10 here. 12x equals 144. That's easy. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. X equals 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Easy stuff, guys. Number 4. $1.80 equals 7x minus 3 parentheses negative 6x plus 15. Distribution first. The negative sign goes with the 3. Negative 3 times negative 8. Negative 3 times negative 6x is positive 18x. And negative 3 times positive 15 is negative 45. And I can bring this 7x down, so I didn't use it. And the 180, I didn't use it. Let's combine like terms. 7 and 18 is 25. So 25x minus 45 equals 180. And there's my two-step. Add subtract part first, plus 45 to get rid of it. Remember, don't forget, guys, once I get to a two-step equation, my goal then becomes get x by itself. My goal is always to get x by itself, but these two steps here required the house cleaning. I had to clean up this part of the house here, get rid of the parentheses. I had to clean up this part here, put it in one pile. These two x's go in one pile. Then I got my two-step, no problem. Plus 45, plus 45 here gives me 225 equals 25x. And I believe that equals 225 divided by 25 is, wrong key. 225 divided by 25 is 9. So I end up divide by 25 to get x by itself. Divide this by 25, 9. X equals 9. All right. Number 5. Negative 4x plus 3 times negative 3x minus 2 equals 59. Housekeeping number 1, distribution. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Bring everything else down. So guys, one thing that's key here is making sure that you do proper adding and subtracting with positives and negatives, multiplying and dividing positives and negatives. So if you're rusty on your positive and negative rules, that's from way back in early middle school, make sure you catch up. Make sure that you remember that a positive times a negative is a negative, all right? Or a negative times a negative is a positive. So in this case, positive times negative is negative, positive times negative is negative, okay? That's housekeeping step 1. Step 2, housekeeping, combine like terms. Negative 4 minus 9 more is negative 13x. The 6 just stays negative 6. Bring it down. Equals 59. So here's my two-step equation. So I had 2 housekeeping steps. Now I've got my 2-step. Plus minus first. Add 6. Goodbye. Add 6 here. Negative 13x equals 65, which means divided by negative 13, divided by negative 13, x is going to equal negative 5. Had to think for a second there. All right, and the bonus. Negative 3 equals 3x plus 6 parentheses negative x plus 3. All right, parentheses first. 6 times negative x, negative 6x. 6 times 3, 18. And then we'll just bring everything else down. This 3x and the negative 3. Housekeeping done, number 1. Housekeeping number 2. Combine like terms. So the only like terms I have are x's. So I had 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Oops, not negative 6. 3 minus 6 is negative 3x. Bring down the 18 equals negative 3. And now I've got my two-step. Go ahead and get rid of the add subtract part first. Negative 18. That cancels. Minus 18 here. Negative 3 minus 18 more. Make sure you get your adding and subtracting positives and negatives correctly. So minus 3, negative 3 minus 18 more, negative 21. Step 1, that's done. So this was housekeeping. This was step 1. Now we're at step 2. Negative 3x equals negative 21. How do I get rid of times negative 3? Divide by negative 3. Cancels, and I get x by itself. Negative 21 divided by negative 3. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. Positive 7. All right, guys, great job. I hope that you were able to get those on your own. If not, then I hope me going over it has cleared it up. Ooh, sorry about that. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed these videos this year. I know it was kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. I hope that it worked out for you guys doing the YouTube videos instead of trying to meet at a specific time. I hope that worked for you and that you got something out of it. Again, I appreciate all of you. Look forward to seeing you as soon as we get back to campus. Don't forget that you can contact me anytime between now and anytime next week. If you need some help, I'll make sure that I can do whatever I can to help you guys out. All right? Guys, have a great summer and peace out.